This bot just found suitable markets on Polymarket, checked the odds, decided to trade, and place the real bets all by itself. The whole thing is only two small customizable functions and a main loop. In the next 10 minutes, I'll show you exactly how it works and we'll run it live together. As usual, this is open source. You have the link to the code down below in the description. Take it, run it, modify it, have fun with it, play with it, all up to you. This is a framework. I build trading bots, code trading bots professionally for clients. This is the same structure, just a simplified template. I provide the toolbox, the tooling, the API layer, the bot loop, etc. There is an illustrative strategy for the purpose of illustration, but the strategy is entirely yours. This is where you bring your edge, you customize, etc. So this is not a money printer, it's a toolbox. Okay, let's get started. So the first section, the first part is the configuration. So just note before that I'm not a financial advisor. This video is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my fun, my expertise, etc. Trading, betting, all of that is very risky because you can lose all your capital. Okay, let's get going. So the first important thing to configure are your access credentials. So your private key and your funder address. Private key, very important, very sensitive information. Never share it with anyone or whatever. It gives access to your funds. Very important. So depending on what type of wallet you're using, whether you email or you have an external wallet you're linking to Polymarket, the signature type will change and how you access your key as well. Anyway, once you have that, what is important is just note there that we use good practices here. These are loaded automatically via environment variables. So you need to create a .env file where you replace here with your own credentials. There you go. Next, what is important is here in this example template, what I'm giving is a trade size. So how much of my total balance do I want to allow on each trade? This is how much markets I can scan in one time and how many open positions I allow the bot to open, in how many positions I allow the bot to have open at the same time. Then this here, just for the record, you don't need to modify anything, but that is the clock client. So the client from which we'll authenticate with the API keys to allow the bot to place orders on our account. So this clock client is related to the Python official SDK of Polymarket. I'll just put the links down below to the documentation if you're interested. And just note that there are a few other endpoints that's required to gather market info and all of this. With this done, now I want to quickly show you the 5 little structural functions that give your bot its eyes and hands on Polymarket. So they are here. These yet are not the strategy part or whatever customizable part. That are just really simple functions that wrap around the API calls. You can see get markets, get balance, and as you can see, we're using this club client that we authenticated in here, get price, get positions to check. As I said, no more than 2. You can configure that, but therefore the bot needs to be able to fetch the positions. And finally, place order. In this strategy example template that we'll get to in a second, I'm using market orders, but for you might be wanting to do limit orders. So I've put them there. If you give a price, it will switch to a limit order. It's just a bit different how these are put in place with the PyClock client here as compared to here. So I just wanted to give both for you. I went quite fast on this. I didn't want to go into the details. I don't want to turn this into a long Python API Polymarket video. I've done that already. I've linked the video down below. So I just went fast. If you have any technical questions or whatever, don't hesitate in the comment or ask me and join the community Discord. Anyways, the point is with these simple functions, the bot has its eyes and ears. It can act, but it doesn't have its brain yet, the strategy part. So let's get into that. So one way I like to think about a bot on Polymarket, besides all the technical stuff that we've already covered, the brain, the strategy, is to essentially decompose it into 2 things. The finding of the markets. So we have a strategy in mind, but what markets do we want to apply it to? And then are the conditions suitable to actually, on the market that we like, the bot likes, has selected, do we have suitable market conditions to actually enter or not? So that's why I've separated the brain into these two key steps, I would say. So find markets. So here, this template strategy, illustrative strategy, is very simple. It's a bullish bot, thinking at the moment that he is bullish. So if I find a market where the crowd says, that's unlikely, the price is between 15 and 14 cent, so configurable here, that's like underpriced for the bot, and the bot will enter in a long. So we will enter a yes if you want. So, but the point is, I don't stop here. I have a few conditions that I add. One of them is to filter on volume because I only want to select liquid markets, not illiquid ones. So I've put a little filter here. And there's also a sort by. Why do I do that? So you can see there's a loop here that scans over all the markets. And I just gather the ones that follow my filter conditions. So the min price, the max price, and the volume. Then I will return all my candidates, but I sort them from most liquid to less liquid, because you remember I put this little condition to always only accept to have two open positions. So I always want to open the positions on the most liquid markets. Just a simple example, etc. But my point is, on top of this, I've here selected what markets are suitable given my strategy. I want to then be able to add a sort of, is the market data suitable for me to actually enter the trade? For example, one illustrative condition I show here, but that all of this is really up to you to adapt to your own strategy. But here I'm giving it's a condition on the max spread. I don't want to enter if the spread is too wide because the likelihood of this being profitable decreases a lot. So I'm putting a little filter. And as you can see, this function is actually giving a Boolean. So true or false, while this one will be returning a list of trades. So there you go. Great. We have all the bot's ingredients. We just need to go quickly over the loop so you see how each part interact one after the other, and we can execute it live. Just want to mention, if you're interested in Polymarket, you don't have an account yet, I have a registration link down below. If you use it, you support the channel a lot and all my work in sharing this open source content, etc. So I really want to say a big thank you if you do use it. Anyway, let's get to the loop. And it's actually very intuitive. First thing we do, we look for our suitable markets. If none are found, then we do an early return. There's no point carrying on running the code. We stop here for this execution. If we do have suitable markets, we might as well fetch the balance. Why? Because we'll need it to compute our trade size here. But also, we need to get our open positions because we have the filter on how many positions we allow the bot to open at the same time. Okay, this done, we start a loop on all the suitable markets. So the first thing here, I just referred to this, but indeed, if we already have reached our max positions, we just break. That means exit the loop, finish and the code finishes, and there's nothing done more at this execution of the code. But if that's not the case, then we do another check. And if on this market, at the moment of this loop, if on this market we already have a position entered, here the conditions are we don't enter again. So that's why we have a continue, which means at this point, jump to the next iteration of the loop. So go look at the other suitable markets that we found here. Great. But if that's not the case, what happens? Well, we get the price data. Why do we get the price? Because you remember my should trade condition is on the spread. So we give the price data and again, a continue. If the spread is no good, we just stop to execute this iteration and we go to check the next market, to go to iterate on the next market. But if that's not the case and the should trade condition is good, is true, then we place the order. And there you go. Next, and then next loop, next market, etc. Anyway, we're done. We might as well execute it. So let me just press play. It'll launch automatically the terminal. This is on VS Code. So you'll see sometimes it can take a bit of time depending on your connection or whatever, but it is relatively fast. You see it happening here. It finds those markets, done, everything placed, whatever. Let me just actually execute it again. So you'll see that it doesn't enter again, whatever. It'll just give a different print and we'll see them on. So balance, as you can see, is 0. I've entered everything on my trades on those 2 bets so far, max position reach, stopping, etc. But let me actually show you that they have appeared on my account, and the best thing is to click on portfolio here and you see your 2 positions. And for example, if you wanted to cash out, you weren't happy or whatever, you can do a manual cash out here, no problem. You'll be paying the trading fees as usual, but there you go. 2 important things I want to tell you at this point. First, if you do need an expert software engineer in the topic of crypto, trading automation, etc., don't hesitate to contact me. Second, very important thing. A bot like this, I was pressing play here, running with the terminal, etc., but you generally want to automate it. To have something that execute these scripts regularly at an interval of your choice, depending on your strategy, every 5 minutes, every hour, every day, every week, whatever. I generally recommend to use a VPS, a online server. So you install, you put the script, you configure a very simple, for example, a cron job that execute this regularly, and that's it. And I've showed this in a separate video in the past, so I'll just link it down below if you want to have a look. Anyways, happy trading, take care, and I hope to see you soon.